greetings, it's Shagufta. It's been such a long time since I've done a video. I've been away from YouTube for a while, but this week I'm in Toronto and I remembered that I used to do YouTube videos back when Seriously Planning first started, just on a camera phone, and it wasn't even this phone, it was an older iPhone, and that worked fine. And some of my most popular videos, or the ones that are viewed the most, are from, a couple of years ago when I was in Johannesburg and we just did the phone videos on my phone. And I wanted to do that because I've been wandering around the city, poking into independent bookstores and just feeling that joy and energy when you see small businesses that are around a love of books. And a couple of days ago, I was in a different book list. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me posting about that. And I love a different book list for lots of reasons. I haven't been there many times before. They've moved locations since I've been in Toronto last anyway. But I went in because I wanted books for my nephews, because finding books that are representative of the world we live in, that where they can see themselves, is important to me. That has characters that are POC characters, that has stories that are just a little bit different, not even different, representative, I would say, is important. But I left the bookstore with, yes, books for them, but also a lot of books for our home library. And so I've never really done a haul video, but I wanted to do that today, and I wanted to show you some of the books. I say some of the books because then yesterday I went to the B&B, which is a discount bookstore that is in the neighborhood. I used to live in one of the years I lived in Toronto. I was there for 3 years. And so there's a bunch of books that I got there as well, but I'm gonna show you a couple that I'm super excited about and that I want to do video content about in the upcoming months. And you can please do comment below and say if there's a particular video you want me to start with first, or something you're really excited about hearing more about. Maybe I'll start with that first, although I do have ideas of what I want to read first, so I might just ignore, but it is nice to hear feedback as well. So the first book, this is kind of bigger than the size of my head, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like here. It's called A Place for Us by Fatima Farheen Mirza. I've heard about this book. It's gotten a lot of buzz lately, and I've been seeing it on like Instagram or Twitter, or I'm not even sure where. I read about books on lots of different spots on the internet, but it's about a Muslim family. I just started it the other day and I love it already. I'm really intrigued what happens to these characters. It's beautifully written. It is a book that I love the cover. I think that's their home, so it looks like it's a story about a family throughout the book, not just the beginning. It looks great. I was actually talking to one of the staff at a different book list about the book because it just came out this month. And then they got intrigued, and then they were, kind of took out a copy because they wanted to look at it a little bit more. That was neat. We are already spreading literacy and awareness of different diverse books, and I haven't even finished it yet. So this one I think might be the first video that I do, but you never know. And I'm very, 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 very excited about this book. So that's the first one. I've never done a haul video. This feels very weird. I don't know if you spread them out all at once, but I kind of like this reveal. The second one is a book that I've heard about on not Instagram, Twitter, because the author's been tweeting about it, and I've been really intrigued. It's called Aisha at Last. This, at first I thought was a YA novel, which made me feel a bit hesitant because I love, what young adult books, but I don't read them super often because my teenage years are, let's be real, very long ago. And this actually, I thought it was a YA novel, but I think it's actually an adult book, and it's about an author, or about a character. Sorry, let me start again. It's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice using Muslim characters, and I'm kind of intrigued what that looks like. There was a project using Shakespeare plays, retelling Shakespeare plays a couple of years ago, and I remember reading one of them, Vinegar Girl I think was one of them, and I felt like, oh, aren't these all with characters who are not people of color? Disappointing. And so I only read the one, but this I like Austen. I like books with Muslim characters. The author seems cool. Happy to support her book. More about this later. Okay, the third one is Eloquent Rage by Brittany Cooper. I haven't heard about this book, but the flap and the back of the book sounded really cool. It's about why rage can be an important resource. So anger is a powerful source of energy that keeps us the strength to keep on fighting. I get angry a lot. Something I'm working on. I'm hoping this book can give me resources to think about anger a little bit more, both from the perspective of being a woman of color, but also thinking about the experiences of Black women a little bit more. So I'm excited about this book. Then I said I wasn't going to show you my B&B books, but I did want to show you one of them. I love Dave Egger, and this is his recent book. It's not called The Monk of Oka. It's actually called The Monk of Mocha. My mom read this and she really liked it, so I am excited about it. It's about a Yemeni American man raised in San Francisco who wants to resurrect the art of Yemeni coffee. Because did you know a lot of coffee came from Yemen? We don't really talk about that in coffee history. I'm excited to read it. I've heard good things. My mom is my source of all things literary. So if she says it's good, that means it's good. And then lastly, actually, this isn't even one I got this trip, but I brought it as my book for the trip, and I love it so far. It's called Living a Feminist Life by Sara Ahmed. I've read some of Sara Ahmed's earlier work on emotions. This is her latest book. And it's about how feminist theories generated from everyday life and the ordinary experiences of being a feminist at home and at work. It's so good so far, so good. And I'm really, really excited. I've been reading it really slowly because she says these things and then I have to think about it, and then I go home and I talk about it, and then we have all these conversations, and then I go back and I'm like, wait, I forgot what she was saying, and then I start again, and this book could take me 2 years to read. So I have some other books. There are other books I want to show you, but actually the phone is resting on that stack, so I can't show you. But leave a comment below if you're interested in any of these books, if you want me to start with any in particular, if you're excited about more YouTube content. Send me all the thoughts. Okay, take care. Bye.